the Director General, National Cadet Corps, senior officers from the armed forces, cadets, staff, and all those distinguished invitees who are present here in this auditorium. Even before I begin, I cannot but help in complimenting the cadets who presented the Guard of Honor for the very high standard of drill. I mean, we have all been witnessing such parades in various academies, schools of instruction, regimental centers. But I think what we witnessed today was drill and turnout in perfection. I wish to compliment all those who have participated and all those who have worked behind the scenes to make it happen. Then coming to the bands from Sindhya School and from Mizoram, I think both the bands had a very unique character, distinctly different from what we have witnessed. Yet, they were the brass and the pipes and drums, something which we are very familiar with. There again, I think the distinctiveness with which they have performed, the elegance, really made it look different. And again, I wish to compliment both the bands and all those who have worked to get this act together. And finally, as we moved on to this auditorium, the cultural display by the cadets. 3 items that have been presented, each with a meaning. I think that is important. Today, when more of us are now looking at contemporary jazz and Western music and what have you, I think the very first performance highlighted the rich heritage that we have in our country. Whether it was a child playing the iktara or it was the people in their traditional costumes singing and bringing forward through the music and melody the rich heritage and custom of our farming community of the northeastern region. Then of course came the issue of drugs, something which is afflicting society in a very big way, and particularly the youth. There was a message in that small pantomime, if I may say, displayed by them. I think it was indeed very heartening to note that there is a message that the cadets of the NCC are wanting to convey to the youth of our country. And lastly, of course, came the traditional dance form from Kerala. Once again, very traditional, depicting the very rich heritage and culture of our nation. So what we have witnessed today is indeed truly unity in diversity. And I do recall many years ago, when I was posted here in the Army headquarters, we always looked forward to the cultural event of the NCC. Always waited to get an invitation to come here one evening and witness in the same auditorium, because the cultural events presented by the NCC are something unique. The standards are very high. We have never witnessed these kind of standards anywhere else. So I think our compliments to the NCC and to the cadets who, in spite of their curriculum and academics, being part of the NCC, are carrying forward the very rich heritage and culture of our country. I wish to compliment each one of you and all those who have worked behind the scenes from all the directorates. Today, of course, they have only depicted some of the directorates, but I do know that repeatedly, day after day, various other directorates also get an opportunity to present and showcase their achievements and events. NCC has come a very long way. And the fact that it is becoming increasingly popular because of the kind of discipline, the kind of unity, the kind of those facets of life which are required for girls and boys to turn into men and women. These are the qualities that NCC imbibes in you. And therefore, there is a repeated request from a number of schools asking us to include NCC in their curriculum. I know there is a big waiting list. We have not been able to include each and every one of them or accept each of their requests. And the line keeps on adding year after year. So you can understand how relevant and important and the significance of NCC is to our youth, that every school principal is wanting their cadets to pass through the portals of the National Cadet Corps. And I think the credit of this goes to all those who have in the past served in this unique organization. All those cadets who have been through this system, and because of the kind of values that you have carried with you, wherever you have gone after having passed through the portals of this very important institution. So NCC becomes a very important charter for all of us. For all of us, it is important that we continue with this heritage, increase the content, see how best we can at least ensure that a very vast majority of our children at some stage in their life, maybe even for 1 or 2 years, become cadets in the NCC, to inculcate the rich values that are imparted through the training. The next, I know how difficult it is to find a place in the NCC Day camp, which is organized year after year. I know the way cadets from each of these directorates put in their best to find a place. It is not easy to get selected and come here. So each one of you who is sitting here today, or maybe are sitting outside, but have been selected to come here, are a cut above the rest. You have come through a very hard and a deep selection process to be at this prestigious place called the NCC Day camp. I know when I was a cadet in the NCC, served only in the junior division though, we used to look forward to participating in any camp, even whether it was our camp in the directorates. But then coming and getting selected for this particular camp is indeed an achievement. This is an achievement which you have all achieved through your hard work and success. So I wish to compliment all of you. I wish to compliment the NCC officers, not just who are from the regular army, but those who are professors and lecturers in various schools and colleges, but have donned the uniform and are very proud to wear the shoulder titles of the NCC to become a part of us. Let us not forget that on you rests the future of our nation. Cadets today will be rising and going forward into various job opportunities. Some of you may be joining the armed forces. We would welcome most of you. Some may prefer a different profession, turning into doctors, engineers, or maybe looking after your own businesses, or creating opportunities for others through your own organizations that you may create. But wherever you may be, our good wishes are with you. Remember, whatever you have learned here in the NCC is what you have to take forward in the future. Ensure that you do not ever forget the rich values that have been taught to you. Always choose the harder right over the easier wrong. And then finally remember that there will be occasions when you will work hard, but success may not come your way. Because it is not necessary that for every act that you perform, you will succeed. There will be failures in life. You have to be prepared to accept failures in stride. And all these failures that you go through must motivate you to work harder and emerge stronger. Do not ever think that success will lead you to glory always and every time. Success is very short-lived. Success is only momentary. To achieve success repeatedly, you have to work hard. And therefore, I would like to quote an example from Olympics, you know, when the Olympics first started in Greece, in Athens, what was the prize that the winner got? It was just a crown of olive leaves. In fact, you would have seen when Colonel Rajvardhan Singh Rathore got his medal in the Olympics, on his head he was wearing a crown of olive leaves. That is all you got, there were no medals. And why was it this? Why was only a crown of olive leaves given to the winner? Because that crown of olive leaves dried after some time. And so with that your success came to an end, your recognition got over. So if you had to be continuously recognized, you had to make sure that you won that crown to be worn on your head year after year, for which you had to work hard to achieve success. It is not like today, you get a gold medal and you keep it for posterity and thereafter you become a failure. It was not that. You had to earn that olive leaf ring or that crown year after year. So to succeed, you have to work hard year after year. It is not that because you have achieved or accomplished something once, it will take you through life. It will not. You have to work hard. And at the same time, remember, as I said, there will be failures. And when there are failures, do not get cowed down by that and give up. Give up hope. Failures must move you forward. And as I have always said, something which was given to me in school is what I wish to quote. And that is, असफलता एक चुनौती है, इसे स्वीकार करो तुम. असफलता एक चुनौती है, इसे स्वीकार करो तुम. कहाँ खामियां रह गई, इस पर विचार करो तुम. असफलता एक चुनौती है, इसे स्वीकार करो तुम. कहाँ खामियां रह गई, इन पर विचार करो तुम. मेहनत और लगन के साथ आगे बढ़ते चलो तुम. मेहनत और लगन के साथ आगे बढ़ते चलो तुम. फिर देखो, विजेता तुम्हारी होगी, तुम्हारे पीछे दौड़ेगी और फिर इस दौड़ में हर चोटी के ऊपर परचम लड़ाई करो. परचम लड़ाई करो. So you will find that there will be failures. Identify those failures. Do not get cowed down. Continue working hard, and I am confident success will keep coming your way. So with that, I wish to convey my best wishes to all of you who have come here in this NCC Day camp. Remember, you have achieved one success in life by having been selected and participated in this parade this year and in this camp this year. But this is not the end of life. This is not the end of success. This should now motivate and encourage you to work harder to get onto the next ladder of success. And with that, my good wishes to all of you, and Jai Hind.